So yes, the 2017 Yukon Denali XL has gone away, as well as my 2019 Ram Rebel, which was a pretty big staple on the channel for a while, but it's time for a new season. It's time for something different in the Hammerdown Motorsports world, and this is a first for me as far as a brand new version, and I'm very excited. Very excited. Honestly, the dealership was going to deliver this on Tuesday, and it is currently Thursday, and I just couldn't wait that long. So we're going to get it today and just do that ourselves because, well, I'm not going another day without this in the garage, and you guys might have some guesses as to what this is, but it's pretty cool. So, yes, it was a sad day to let go of a couple of vehicles I've had for a very long time. And there it is, the last time we'll see the Yukon. Thank you for all the years of service. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this one hurts a little bit, but I can't just sit and look at this thing in my shop, not getting driven and depreciating every year. So somebody out there is gonna get an opportunity to buy this thing because it is also being sold, and that is just how it has to be. So yes, it was time to say goodbye to those vehicles. The Yukon we had for over 8 years, and the Rebel we had for just over 7 years. So yes, very long time periods with those vehicles, and they were actually really good. Accessory wise, for the Rebel, we did a ton of stuff. If you guys want to see any Rebel stuff, definitely go check out the playlist. All that stuff will live on the channel, but it was just getting to the point where there really wasn't anything new that I was going to do to it. It kind of was done, and I didn't drive it as much because we have the Raptor now, and it was just time to set it back into the world and let somebody else drive it, enjoy it. It doesn't need to sit on my lift and just have battery charge and collect dust. So that one had to go, and the Yukon we actually have a replacement for, so very excited to reveal that one as well. So stay tuned for that video. That vehicle is pretty cool, so drop your guesses in the comments about what we replaced the Yukon with, but it is a definite upgrade. But let's go get our trailer, and then we can make our way over to the dealership and see what we got. All right, trailer is acquired, so now off to the dealership, and we will show you how big of a trailer and what we're picking up. So here it is. We need some pipes. Definitely need some pipes. So new to the channel, new to the Hammerdown Motorsports world, we have the 2025 Road Glide 117. And this is Midnight Firestorm. So you got black with the flames. Let's get her loaded up. This has been a hard color to come by because it was only made in 25. Here it is. Look at those LEDs. We're over here at Keystone Harley in Allentown. Perfect. And if you want to buy a new Harley, come see Chris in Allentown. Keystone Harley. He'll give you a smoking deal, right?
I definitely will. I'll help you out, and I'll take care of Steve.
Absolutely. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but we'll get her strapped down.
We got plenty of room.
Good to go. I was worried about my trailer, but figure better be safe than sorry and get the U-Haul. So currently we're trying to figure out transport mode, but Chris is going to check in with somebody that may know how to get it all sorted out here for us. There's a bit of a number or a button sequence you got to do to get it into that mode. Otherwise the bike keeps turning on when you're driving, and a lot of guys will get to where they're going and then their battery's dead. So yeah, we're in the process of figuring it out so that when I transport it, then I don't have that issue either. You got it?
Yep, it's in transport mode.
Perfect. So what did we have to do?
So what you're going to do on this bike is you're going to turn it on Everything boots up, turn it off, hold down your left directional and your high beams right here, and it turns into transit mode.
Okay, and it's the same to get it out.
Yep. Well,
okay.
To get it out, you're just going to turn it on.
You just start it up and go, and then it goes out. Okay,
yep.
Perfect. Well, that's easy enough.
So it's not the right directional, it's the left directional and your flat high beams.
Okay.
Over here.
So you turn it on.
Turn it off. Left directional and high beam.
Okay. And just hold them on until it goes onto the screen, and you're good to go.
Yep.
Awesome. Simple
you're in
enough.
Transport mode.
Now we know, and now you guys know too. All right, so first ride, actual ride on the street with the new Road Glide, the 2025. Let's see how we do. It's a whole lot bigger bike than the Sporty, I'll tell you that much. Test out my new gloves today. Got some Thrash and Supply flame gloves. Match the bike with the flames on it. Can't even really see them until the sunlight hits it. It's just so subtle. Absolutely love the way that looks. Yeah. Let's go put a couple miles on this thing. And we are back from the first ride, and it wasn't a very long one. I know I should have gotten some riding footage, but I did not have time because of the rain, which was starting to come down when I was on my way back. So definitely some scattered showers today. Not ideal for first ride and all that kind of stuff, but just wanted to get that in there just because, well, I've been itching to ride this bike ever since yesterday when I decided to get it. But I can say the bars are high, which is cool. It's something I've never really experienced because I've always ridden smaller bikes with lower down bars. So this is something new for me. And just having all that fairing in front of me is also new. So it's a different feeling, definitely, from the Iron. And the amount of how nimble this bike is crazy. You can like steer this thing with your butt, like basically just rock side to side, and it just wants to go wherever you want it to go. It does not feel heavy at all, which is something that I was a little bit concerned about because I'd never ridden a big bagger before. Also, the engine, I was a little bit kind of apprehensive about it because it's a 117 and I'm used to an 883 Sportster, so is it a big difference? Well, in rain mode, not really. Actually, I think the Sportster in regular, just in its regular form, seems a little bit more aggressive than the 117 in rain mode. So you can definitely turn down and put a newer rider on, not, I wouldn't say a new rider, but like somebody who hasn't ridden a bagger before, and it's not going to scare them right off the hop. You can be pretty aggressive with the throttle in rain mode, and it's all good. So we have yet to try out the other modes. That will be for an upcoming episode and all of that as we go through the motions of ownership of this bike. But I do like it. There is a bit of wind noise, more than I thought there would be maybe. I do have this open, so maybe that would change things. I have not really played with the venting or any of that kind of stuff, and I know some guys put a top lip on the windshield and all of that kind of thing, so definitely some things we can be adding in the future. But let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of the Midnight Firestorm? Absolutely love this paint job. We have flames on the front fender, we have them here on the fairing, and we have them on the tank, we have them here on this panel and on the bags. So it just kind of follows the bike through, and this thing is 100% my style. But I can say it really sucks riding a Harley without pipes, because these factory pipes are junk. They're so quiet. You can't even hear the bike. I have to look at my tachometer to see whether I'm revving up or not over the wind noise, which is terrible. So we have some on the way. Don't worry. We will be getting rid of that factory sound very, very soon and opening this thing up and having a whole lot of fun with it. So there it is, everybody, our brand new Harley Davidson Road Glide 2025 with the Firestorm, Midnight Firestorm paint job, which I absolutely love. In case you guys don't already know, I probably said it 1,000 times, but very new to this ride, and we're gonna just kind of see where this all goes and what types of things that we're going to add to this bike and just give you guys that experience as well. I like to be well-rounded on this channel with motorsports. We have everything from four-wheelers to boats to trucks to whatever. I mean, honestly, this is just basically me following along with the things that I do anyway and take you guys along for the ride. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and as always, keep that hammer down.